From the Hell to Pay release, that is Haunted, featuring our good friend John Levin on lead guitar. And joining us here in the studio is our good friend John Levin. So welcome to back to the CMS there, John.
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you?
Hey, it's been, 3 weeks since I seen you last?
Pleasure to be here again. God knows how long it's going to be now, though.
Well, I hope you're not quarantined just to that room.
My wife locked me in here. Let me out.
I don't know. I've seen that room, I think, 400 times in the last week.
Oh, you know this room. You don't know what's going on in here. There are times you're not seeing it.
Yeah, thank God.
Well, John, apparently you've been working with my partner, Chris Aiken there. It seems like this Dokken family is very close with the CMS and you and Don and Chris and everybody involved. So sorry to interrupt your phone call there, John.
Excuse me a second. I got to grab this. No, just kidding. Sorry about that, man.
So you've been working with Chris, so I'll let you guys take it away because even I am not privy to everything that's been going on.
Well, I had this idea around Christmas time when I was playing guitar on my couch with my brother-in-law, who I love to death, but he's not really a music guy, so he's never really seen me, it's not his thing. So, sitting on the couch like, hey, man, can you play a couple things for me? So we started jamming a little bit, playing for him, whatever. And he's like, wow, that's awesome, man. It would be awesome if you could do this just for everyone. I'm like, you think anyone would be interested in that, man? Just watching me hang out here and play? He's like, yeah. So I was like, maybe there's something going on. So I got this idea. It started out like this. I thought, well, what if I got a video camera and just recorded myself playing in the living room? And then from there, it became, well, wait a second, I got to do a little more than that. So what if I showed people how to do these riffs? Because I really like to teach. And then from there, it's like, okay, well, I can't just do hard stuff. Maybe I got to do beginner stuff and intermediate stuff. So then it just started snowballing, and then it all of a sudden became this tutorial website. And the way it's a work in progress. Well, a lot of progress has actually gone by already because it's getting, it's launching now, and I'm really pleased with how it came out, and thank you, Chris, for helping me. It's broken down into a beginner, an intermediate, and an advanced sections, and we call it mild, medium, and spicy. And in that, I have riffs that I've played in each of those sections. I played it at a regular speed, then I play it at a slow speed, and then I give some tutorial commentary on the nuances on how to do that. And then from there, I started doing some of the Dokken solos I did, and I broke those down by little pieces because nobody can digest too much at a time, So I would break it down into just little bits. I play a little bit of the solo, then I play it slowly, give some tutorial, play the whole thing through first, so it can follow along. And then from there, I'm like, let me do some gear review. People always ask me about my gear. So I figured, all right, let's just do it all. So it became a full-blown guitar tutorial, and I feel like I'm doing it in a way that is really it will really inspire someone to play, because it's not like, oh, let's learn a bunch of theory and some scales, because who wants to do that? Not me.
Right.
So yeah, I'm just really excited about it. It's John Levin Guitars is the site. JONLEVIN Guitars. I have to spell it out because I lose a lot of email when people write JOHN and yell at me because they never got it. So yeah, that's sort of what it is. I'm going to just expand every month. I'm going to add to it. I'm going to put more and more clips. It's launching with over 100 clips already.
Yeah, it's the amount of clips that are on this thing is if people can't figure out just from the initial launch that it's not just your run-of-the-mill, hey, here's a guy that plays in band that's, one step above Skype lessons, then they're not looking, because the sheer number of clips is, look, as the web guy was very overwhelming. I can't even imagine as a guitar player how, you go in and you would go in and learn. And that's one of the unique things. I'll let you explain it more than me, because, you're more of a player and I can't do anything with fucking a guitar. But, you don't have to be a pro And that's what I think is probably the best thing of it is if you are a really good player, if you're a pro or if you're somebody that's on the cusp of being a pro, those lessons are there as well. But if you're somebody that's, that just cashed in a gift certificate to Guitar Center and got your first guitar, you can literally still learn to play, just by signing up, logging in, and and getting the very basics, whether it's just the very basic scales or whether it's the practice exercises. I mean, that's for more advanced, but, it's built so that it doesn't matter what your level is. You can log in and get better immediately.
Yeah, well, I was trying to cover the gamut because, as I was doing it, I kept thinking, okay, you better add some, easier stuff and make it slow for people who also, are at a level of they're just wanting to learn to get better. And I really put some thought in behind the clips thinking, wait a second, what was it that inspired me when I was a kid that made me take the progressive steps into getting better on guitar? So, if it's a beginner, when they're on there may be some spots that they're going to have to spend some time on. But you can watch it 1,000 times.
Right.
And I'm doing it slow for you. And plus, email me if you have some questions, man. I got time.
Well, John, I'm one of your biggest fans, watching you on stage and, having the opportunity to hang out with you a little bit. And, each year when you guys get an opportunity to go out on the road and, obviously I watched you, blow the dust off a few weeks ago and play 3 in a row. And, you never lose the fire. Never lose the fire when you get out there. And the thing about you, one of the things that I enjoy watching you play is you do it in such a way you look like you're always having a great time. You look like you're having fun all the time. And you're not just out there. It's just not a gig for you, but you act, you look like you're having a really good time playing those songs.
Hey, anyone who doesn't have a good time playing some rock and roll on stage, if that doesn't make you have a good time, I don't know what's gonna.
That's true.
Right? Ben, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Anyone who comes up to me and says, "Hey, man, I had to do a gig. It's so painful. Help me." Hey, I can't help you. There may be no help for you.
Right. Well, obviously I got to watch the contrast between yourself and George Lynch, being that George came out and played 3 songs at the end of the Dokken set. And, both of you guys obviously play the same songs during this little run that happened. And watching you and watching George, it's similar but different, and the only way that I can explain it is when you play almost true to the record. You play almost true to the way the record was recorded. And George, on the other hand, he's just sort of sloppy and all over the place with the songs.
Well, I really like that. I really like that. Frankly, I think it's really awesome. First of all, I really enjoyed watching him. It was awesome, and I'm hoping we get to do more gigs.
Yeah, I hope so too.
But it's just really remarkable. It's always great to watch another player and to see how they approach the neck on the guitar and what they do. Warren DeMartini, by the way, one of my very dear and close friends. Same with him. I love watching him play because it's just it's almost like people put different guys in a room with a bunch of toys and everyone builds something completely different.
Yeah.
How did you build it? What did you do, man? How did you do that? So the same when I was watching him, it's his approach to playing is so, even though some people say maybe obviously he's an influence of mine, and I think he's wonderful. Yet when I watch him, it's we have very different ways of doing things, and it's remarkable to me to watch it because especially from that close up, I get to sort of see I'm trying to figure out his approach. It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that you're a great guitarist in your own right, which obviously people can learn from you as well, which is why you have this new website out there to, give people the benefit of your years of experience as a guitarist. So, I've watched John at least 100 times in the last 20 years. And, anybody who, wants to learn, obviously this is a great opportunity for you to learn from one of the best.
Oh, thank you. And I love to teach, and I've always done it. You know, through the years, I did consistently, I would give lessons in the hotel conference rooms. I'd come back from sound check, and a lot of times I'd give a lesson in there, and it was great. But I always felt like this isn't really a big impact teaching one lesson at a time, you know what I mean? And with today's technology, you can really reach a lot of people, So I'm hoping to just put a spark into some young player, the way that happened for me when I was a kid, And I think that's a really wonderful thing you could do. And we made it that it's very, very affordable, And I think that's another thing that's going to be inviting to people. I mean, the price point's very, very approachable. And plus, if they want, if they need help, I'm going to offer some Skype lessons so they can do the site. And if they get into some stumbling blocks, take a Skype lesson and we can go over it.
Yeah, well, and the unique thing, Neely's seen you play 100 times the last 20 years. I think I've talked to you 100 times in the last 20 hours. It's
yeah, it's true, man.
But John, talk a little about the fact that, if I have a point to hammer home, and I definitely have a stake in this, not a financial stake in your site, but just I'm super, super proud of how it works and the way it's set up, because it really was an undertaking. And I know people are hearing us talk about it, and they're probably thinking, okay, guitar teaching website, that's it. And it's really not. The thing that I think would be most appealing is the fact that no matter where you are as a player, you can learn. You don't have to. You're not going to be limited necessarily if you're a really, really strong player. If you're on the cusp of being in a major signed touring band, you can still learn stuff, and not only from the spicy section of the site. Just the practice exercises can and this as a player, how you practice directly affects how you play on stage. So having that piece available is a nice little feature. And even some of the stuff on the intermediate section, or the, what do we call that, medium section, I would think is probably going to be helpful to somebody that can play anyway, because they might pick something up from the way you play that they don't play, where they can learn, a different way to tweak a string or whatever on a fret, or whatever the terms are. I don't know the words, but
you're absolutely right. And you're getting to see it super close up.
Mm-hmm.
Which for me, look, when I was a kid, we didn't have the ability to do it like this. We had to put a record on, try and slow the turntable down.
Right.
Now it's like, here it is. I'm going to feed it to you. Play it regular, play it slow. You can slow it down close up, and then I'm going to explain it to you. So I'd like to hear it from your perspective, because, for me as the player, it's interesting to get an outsider's perspective. When I was doing it, I tried to make that the medium section. We call it mild, medium, and spicy.
Right.
I'm in hot sauce. So on the medium section, I wanted to make the medium riffs. Also, if you're an advanced player, you may like the medium riffs. It doesn't always have to be a burning riff for you to like it. I mean, you gotta play, other sort of styles as well. So I tried to make it that if you're an advanced player, you may like some of these medium riffs. And if you're a medium player, you're gonna, maybe the beginner riffs may be a little bit too simplistic, because the beginners, that's its own genre really of itself. But if you're an intermediate player, you're going to be wanting to advance through the riffs. And by the way, there's a rating system in each and all the riffs too, where we rate them on a difficulty scale. So you can sort of go through those. If you want to try an advanced riff, start with some of the easier ones.
Yeah, and in addition to that, you also offer all the tunings and everything else, so people aren't guessing with their tunings, because you and I both know somebody goes in and they don't know what they're doing. They can mimic exactly what you're doing, but if they're not tuned right, then it's gonna sound different, and then they're gonna get frustrated.
To the record. And although from moving forward, other than the solos I did, which I'm going to tune to the record, and by the way, we put a link to the records so you can sort of bounce back and forth. But for all the riffs, moving forward, I'm going to do them all standard tuning, just because I didn't know which way to go. Half the guys tune flat, half the guys tune standard, and girls. So moving forward, though, I'm going to go just standard. But yeah, we set it out how to tune, where the riffs are tuned to, and Yeah, pretty cool. Oh, there's the rig stuff too. I'm going to talk about my rig, how I get my sound. Figure I'd do it all at once.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, I get 1,000 times.
Sure. Well, question straight out of the chat room: how much does it cost to join, and have the price, or have the prices been set yet? So I'll let you answer that.
I wanted to make it super affordable, so it's starting out at $9.99 a month, or you can pay for and for $9.99 a month it unlocks the entire site, all the riffs, all the solos, and remember I'm gonna put 2 new riffs in each section once a month. And I'm going to also add solos and more parts. But $9.99 unlocks once a month, unlocks the entire thing. Or you can buy a year subscription for $99. And there's also an area there if you want to take a Skype lesson. You can look on that and set that up as well.
And the Skype lessons have the John D. Levin lawyer fees, $250 an hour.
$250 as a lawyer. No, Skype's not that bad. I think I set it at 80 for a half an hour, 150 for an hour. That'll do for now, and until if it gets too busy, we'll have to figure it out. I mean, I still have to practice law, but I figure to get it going, someone needs some help, wants to take a couple Skype lessons. For now, it's cool.
All right. Well, sounds good, John. I'm glad to see that you're branching out, and not only that, but enlisting the services of the Aiken IT services.
He knocked it out of the park, man. You got to go to the website, johnlevinguitars.com. I think Chris did a killer job in this.
Well, he does a killer job. I let him do the CMS site, for Christ's sakes, there, John.
Yeah, he really did. So if it doesn't work, don't blame me.
Well, so far it's working. I saw that you have 2 or 3 sales already, so it's like, hell yeah, someone signed up. Perfect.
Good.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm real excited about it. Boy, I got to tell you, the learning curve on the technology took me a long time. I mean, it probably took me literally a month. I got the digital camera back in December, but I wanted to make the guitar sound really good, so I had to figure out a way to get my guitar into the camera direct, because I didn't want like a room mic. I don't like that. So that took a long time, and then after I got that, I'm like, oh no, I need to be able to speak and get the sound into the camera. So then I had to get a mixing console, because I had to get a lapel mic, and I got the mic and the mix. Adam Reaver at FU Tone, he's a good friend of mine. He said to me, hey, man, you need a 4-channel mixer for this. I'm like, I do? It's like, yeah, you got to speak. As you play, you got to get a mixer with a phantom mic and a lapel mic and a kill switch, and then you mix the stereo image of the guitar into the... I'm like, oh, dude, you're killing me here, man. I'm a basic guy. It's like, trust me, it's not that hard. So he sends me links with everything to get. I got it all, and, it took a minute, but... Of course, I had to, tweak the guitar sound for another 2 weeks.
Well, and then on top of that, once we started seeing all the videos online, then John was like, this is too low. I'm going to reshoot this. I'm going to reshoot that. I'm going to reshoot this. So I'm telling you, Neely, you'll appreciate this. There are probably 600 videos on my hard drive because of...
Probably. Now, if I'm going to do it, I want to do it right. So I drove poor Chris nuts. I'm like, you know what, man? I looked at that video. I don't like that take. I think I could maybe do that one a little better. So he's like, I'm going to kill you. It's fine. I don't hear any difference.
Yeah.
well, we're the same way. Well, we're the same way.
Stuff looks like a harmonic distortion, and so I don't hear any distortion.
Yeah.
I hear something wrong, man. So yeah, it went like that for a minute, but. Whatever. Well, we're working on the Dokken record, by the way. In fact, I just hung up on a conference call.
And how's that going along?
Just wrote a song, real quick. Well, again, it was the technology part of it that took a long time to get it all happening. But now that it's happening, boom, busted our song tonight.
All right, very good.
Yeah.
Glad
so
to
excited about that.
Well, look at you, moving into the 21st century with technology and shit.
Yeah, boy, it hit me on the head, boy. The technology is just advanced. It's hard to learn how to use it, too, I mean, God, I don't have the experience. I do now, but I did a couple months ago.
Nice. Well, Chris and I, we've been doing this long-distance show thing for 15 years now, right?
Yeah, it's been forever, it seems like.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not even in the same place right now.
No.
This is Skype. I mean, you use Skype for the show?
Yes.
Awesome.
So Chris, he's in Cleveland. I'm here outside of Chicago, and there you are in L.A.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, isn't it? How'd you like the show it wasn't last week. It was a month ago already, right?
Yeah, almost a month ago.
I had a good time that weekend.
I did too. I had a great time. It was fun. Everybody seemed to get along. Not that there was ever a problem before, but it was just a band of brothers out there roaming the Southwest.
It was a shame. I was really looking forward to the next one, and then is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Well, as long as everybody stays safe.
Yeah. Well, you'll resume here in a couple of months, I'm sure, and hopefully things will be back to whatever normal is going to be, and you'll be able to get out there again.
Yeah, I hope so. But in the meantime, everybody stay home.
Absolutely.
Take guitar lessons.
Yeah.
Well, I had to laugh about you, John, because, while we were in the airports, on the 8 flights that we took over the weekend, I never saw a guy Purell a phone as often as you did. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, now the whole world's doing it.
I know, but nobody was touching your phone, but you were still cleaning it. It's like somebody picked it up. It's just like nobody else is talking on your phone. Why are you cleaning it?
It's a combination of two things. First, it's the neurosis, the same thing that made me do 600 video clips to get to 100. But I respect my dad, who's a retired dentist, and he told me back in the early '80s about that AIDS thing before it even had a name. And he never said anything about anything before until this thing, and he told me about this long before that we went on the road. How long was that going? Over a month already?
Yeah, it was on the 6th. First show. Yeah.
So already in by middle end of February. He told me about this in late January, early February. And, of course, I dismissed it. I'm like, come on. Nothing's going to happen. And he was right. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I told you at the airport in Dallas when we were parting company, I said, don't worry, John, this isn't going to get you. You're going to be fine.
Well, yeah, let's see. Let's hope. Yeah, we'll all be fine. Stay home. That's how we'll be fine. Everyone stay home.
I saw that the LA police had to break up a big block party for a 1-year-old's birthday the other day there at LA.
When was that?
That was just like 3 days ago.
They need a band?
It was in LA.
I should have called me. I'd come play. I'm just kidding.
Well, maybe you could represent them when they sue the police, John.
I'll put my. No, I'm kidding. No, seriously, everyone. Now, all kidding aside, stay home.
Yeah, John's life depends on it. God damn it.
We should everybody just use Skype for everything and Zoom or whatever else we have these days. But yeah. What was that song you were playing on the entrance? Haunted?
Yeah, Haunted.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, you did play on that, right, John?
Of course. That whole album, I just was, and I know Don too, we were both so proud of that whole album, and it just, I don't feel like it got the right degree. We were both coming out of physical problems at the time, and we didn't really get to tour it right, and we just put so much effort and time into it. It really just took the wind out of my sails for quite some time in terms of, getting ready to write more. So, but hey, we're back in it now.
Yeah, absolutely. So what kind of direction do you think this new Dokken record that you're writing now, what kind of direction do you think it's taking, if you know?
First song we just finished, up-tempo, tooth and nail-ish, awesome.
Good.
Gonna be killing. Yeah, we're going heavy.
So
I started playing Don riffs the other day, and we do a lot of mid-tempo stuff. So I started playing my mid-tempo riff. It's like, hey, it's like only fast, man. I'm like, really? Because that's music to my ears. I'm like, only fast. I'm like, great. Give me a day or two. I went back to all of my video. I had a handheld Zoom camera recorder and my cell phone with musical notes that date back to 2009.
Okay.
So I went through the first 350 musical notes, right? I think I'm up to like 2013 now, around there, right? I have another 500 or 600 to go through. So, and just those first couple hundred, I pulled out 10 fast riffs. I just took the one I liked, laid it down, and we went through it tonight. Don really liked it. He wrote a couple parts, told me to make some changes, and we got a system now.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, hopefully you'll be able to get that thing finished up by the time this, this lockdown is over, and by the time you guys are able to resume some live performances, so at least it won't be another year and a half before we get this record.
No, this is good. Well, I think the lockdown is a good thing for us in terms of getting the work done.
And giving Don more time.
Everybody's got to get it done.
And giving Don more time to get healed.
Exactly, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Gives him time to get himself right. Totally.
Yeah.
So that's all good, And we'll resume the tour when it's ready and when it's safe. And, we're all looking forward to it, but it'll wait. Everybody stay home.
Perfect. I agree with you there.
Yeah. Stay home. I mean, even today, not today, a couple days ago, I see people congregating. What are you doing? Can we as a country just listen to a basic instruction? It seems like all we ever really wanted to do was watch Netflix. But now people are saying, hey, don't go to work. Stay home and watch Netflix. But you can't, people aren't doing it. They got what they asked for.
Well, that just goes to show you, John, people are never satisfied.
Yeah. But, hey, what can I tell you?
So what else is going on, John? And aside from the awesome new website and the new service and writing the new Dokken record, what else have you been keeping busy with?
Oh, that's well,
not as if that's not enough.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Practicing law.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So that's basically what my life is lately. A lot of music, which is great.
Yeah. Well, good.
Yeah, I watched an interview with Michael Schenker not too long ago. I like to scroll around on the couch while I'm watching television, staying home, and I'm just kidding. And I saw a Michael Schenker clip, and he was saying how he likes to write early in the morning, and he says like that's a comfortable time for him to work. So I thought I never really did that. I always wrote late at night, and so. I'm up fairly early, so I decided, what if I just grabbed the guitar early? And I, it was a really refreshing experience for me. So now I wake up in the morning, have some, 4 or 5 vats of coffee, and then grab the guitar. And lo and behold, sometimes like, wow, it's really cool now. It's peaceful, and, it's almost like it's a different, meditative state to play that early.
Sure, absolutely.
So, what I didn't tell you is I was up all night when I grabbed the guitar. So, I'm only kidding.
Perfect. All right. Well, go over if you're a guitar player or an aspiring guitarist, or you want to, improve your skills. You want to go over there to the brand new website, johnlevinguitars.com, and go check out all the videos over there. Get your subscription in there. It's very cheap. Less than $10 a month, less than $100 for the whole year. Very well worth it.
Thanks, guys.
Well, John,
let's do another one of those jukebox shows one day.
Oh, we'll do that again. Sure.
Maybe next time, give me some clues as to what the potential request will be.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. The last time you said that you didn't want me to give you songs, that you wanted to take requests cold from the chat room.
Yeah, I was younger then, though.
Younger, what, 6 months younger?
I was 6 months young. Hey, man, I was 6 months younger.
Well, we got a lot of great feedback from that show, and people really dug that a lot. So I think we should do it again. And, not knowing how long this whole quarantine is going to happen, we ought to do that, say, within the next month. What do you think, Chris?
Fine with me. We can put some. I'll tell you what, John. We'll do this.
Yeah.
I will put something together tomorrow or Monday. I'll put it on all the CMS socials to take requests that people of songs people want, and I'll send all of them to you like, I don't know, two weeks ahead.
Okay.
Plenty of time to, and then you can read the emails and play them. How's that?
All right. You're not going to send me like 200 songs, though, right?
Probably about 350.
Really? Okay. All right. That's fair. At least a little chance.
I could do it like you did me. I could say, yeah, there's only 100 clips, and then send you 600.
All right. Okay. That's fair enough, man.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to that because that was a lot of fun.
Me too. All right, gents.
All right,
Appreciate
John.
that.
Well, we always let...
so much for everything, Neely. Always great to see you.
Absolutely. Well, John, what should we play from the Dokken catalog that you've played on? What do you want me to play?
Can you play Burning Tears?
Well, we did.
And that's actually one of the solos I put on the site.
Well, we did that. We did that one already.
You did that tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. Do Empire.
Okay. Empire is a good
Another
one.
one of the solos on the site.
All right. Well, we will do Empire then.
Great.
All right. Go check out John's.
Next time we do that call-in thing, maybe you find me someone that can play the Empire solo perfectly and get him on or her on the show.
All right.
All right, cool.
All right, go check out John's new website over there at johnlevinguitars.com and sign up today. So you'll learn to play a song like this. This is Dokken with Empire exclusively here. Where, John?
Classic Metal Show.
Perfect.